Most people will regret how they budgeted in 2025, but you don't have to. 2025 isn't here to destroy you. It's here to test you. The world isn't collapsing, but it's shifting. Quietly. Deliberately. And those who see it, those who plan for it, won't just stay afloat, they'll accelerate. In 2025, budgeting isn't just about cutting back. It's about building a blueprint for financial freedom. And if you stick with me to the end of this video, I'll show you how a few simple changes in how you manage your money can completely transform your future. You're not just learning to budget. You're learning how to take control, reduce anxiety, and finally make your money work for you. So stay with me, because by the end, you'll see exactly how budgeting in 2025 could be the smartest, most powerful move you make all year. Let's start where all financial structure begins, with income. The classic 50-30-20 framework remains a useful compass, but in this new economic environment, it needs tailoring. Think in refined percentages. 50 to 60% of your income should lock down the essentials: rent or mortgage, food, utilities, and the non-negotiables of modern life. 20 to 30% supports your chosen lifestyle, the experiences, conveniences, and indulgences that make the journey enjoyable. 10 to 15% reinforces your foundation: emergency savings, debt elimination, and financial armor. The final 10 to 15%? That's your runway. That's where momentum begins. Investments, growth, optionality. Now, refine the edges. Savings in 2025 must do more than exist. They must outperform erosion. With inflation sitting at 2.2%, any account yielding less than that is silently losing money. High-yield savings accounts are now returning between 2 and 3%, offering a narrow but meaningful edge. This isn't about explosive returns. It's about quiet defense, a subtle safeguard against the grind of rising costs. On the other side of that spectrum is debt. Fast, punishing, and unrelenting. Credit card interest rates are averaging 19.8% this year, with many pushing past 24%. That's not just expensive. It's predatory if unmanaged. Every dollar carried month to month grows teeth. Eliminating high-interest debt isn't just prudent. It's one of the highest-yielding investments you can make. There's talk of a legislative cap at 10%, but don't wait for permission. Plan as if it's all on you, because it is. For aspiring homeowners, mortgage rates are holding between 6 and 7%, according to both Forbes and Fannie Mae. While these numbers are higher than pre-pandemic lows, they're not insurmountable. Locking in a 6.5% rate while maintaining a debt-to-income ratio below 36% can keep the path to ownership within reach. This isn't a time for panic. It's a time for precision. The numbers still work if you make them work for you. Investing, meanwhile, remains the engine of financial expansion. Goldman Sachs projects the S&P 500 will climb 10% in 2025. Even if more conservative estimates from Morgan Stanley pull that number back slightly, the historical average still offers 7 to 10% annual growth. That's the compounding machine. That's what turns consistent, disciplined contributions into generational wealth. You don't need to chase meme stocks or predict market cycles. You just need to position early, automate contributions, and give your capital room to breathe. Healthcare adds another layer of complexity. Costs continue to rise, placing pressure on even well-built budgets. A high-deductible health plan paired with a health savings account offers a smart solution: tax advantages, long-term flexibility, and protection when you need it most. It's not about assuming disaster. It's about being unshaken when it knocks. And then come the taxes. New administration, new noise, but the core strategies remain timeless. Max out your contributions to tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs and 401ks. Reduce taxable income where legally possible. And for those planning ahead for education, the 529 plan remains unmatched in its efficiency. At the same time, global volatility, trade tensions, geopolitical shifts, disrupted supply chains will impact prices subtly but consistently. Your budget must be built with give, not just guardrails. Most people budget for what they hope to make instead of what they actually have. Base your budget on your real income after taxes. Track everything. Automate what you can. And most importantly, live within your means, because overspending today is borrowing from your future peace. Budgeting isn't about being perfect. It's about being prepared. Start small, stay consistent, and don't budget blind. And that's where most people get it wrong. Because most people won't do this. They'll hear the noise, react to the headlines, scroll past the insight, wait for the crisis, and then try to rebuild what they never structured in the first place. But you're not most people, because you're here, watching this, right now. And that says everything. You're not waiting for the storm to pass. You're learning how to build a shelter before the clouds even show up. You're not chasing hype. You're thinking moves ahead, like a grandmaster in the financial game. Because wealth isn't given, it's engineered. And you're already doing the work most won't even start. Subscribe. Stay ahead. Stay sharp. This isn't financial advice. It's perspective. It's strategic insight. You are the master of your own faith. Because when you own your money, you own your momentum. And when most people regret how they budgeted this year, you'll already be ahead, quietly compounding, unshaken, and unapologetically free.